Today's market report is brought to you by RMA Network Associate member Ottley Capital.
G'day everyone, Andy Carter here from McDonald, Lawson, Carter in Mudgee. We've just completed our Mudgee Angus Breeder Sale. A few less this year compared to previous years, probably only 1,200 cattle yarded. Just a few people either opted to hang on or have sold probably a couple of months ago as things the weather was changing a little bit, so they opted to sell a little bit earlier than normal. But we've yarded 1,200 cattle. Extremely good yarding of cattle once again, so it's a credit to all our vendors. Thank you very much. We started on the steers today, and the lead of our steers weighed up to 370, 80 kilos. They sold very well. They topped at about 1,400, but you needed sort of 1,350, 1,400 to buy those few lead pens of steers there today. Once we stepped off to them, we stepped into our sort of 300 to 330 kilo cattle, which was probably maybe the bulk of the yarding, I'd assume. But they sold very well. Like, they were making 370s, 80s and 90s, and with the odd pen making $4. But and then obviously once you got into the lighter cut, the cents per kilo rose, and I don't think there was too many cattle there, other than a few little blowaway lighter, couple of 100 kilo fellas that would have made under $1,000. But I think the lead pen of cents per kilo steers probably made about $4.30. They were 260 kilos, and very even calves, 26 or 8 of them in the pen. We rolled around onto our cows and calves, and then we had Count the White family. We had some first calvers, beautiful big heifers on their first calf, little baby calves at foot, but they topped the sale at $2,800. And the next pen, they made the exact same. We then moved on to some 6-year-old cows, big cows, fair lumps of calves, 140, 50 kilos. Not rejoining, they made 2,700, so another terrific result there. And then as you sort of got lighter, the cows, I don't think there was a cow and calf that made under 2,000. If there was, they were a very light cow. But then we rolled around onto our preg test cattle. We had some very smart 5 and 6-year-old cows. They were preg tested up. They topped the sale there at 1,800. I count the Stewart family. But most of our preg tested cows would have made from probably 1,500 to 1,800, obviously depending on quality and calving dates and the likes. Preg tested heifers, they topped at 1,600. We didn't really have too many very smart heifers, to be honest. They all a little bit later in the calving and probably lacked a little bit of weight. A lot of PDIC heifers there today, probably either side of 400 kilos or just early 400 kilos. So as you got down to them, they did sort of 1,100, 1,200 for those real light preg-tested heifers, but still probably not a bad shot on the market, and a good result on the leader, them making 1,600. Probably the highlight of the day, we had some registered heifers that count the Coffin Creek boys, the white boys, Jack and Harry. They sold from 1,480 to 1,500, so 1,550, sorry. So they were extremely happy there, those boys. And then it sort of, I think the heifers, like you pretty much, the cheapest pen of heifers might have made $2.80, but you probably needed 3 to 320, and once we got lighter, there was 320, 330 on those lighter heifers that were sort of only 220 to 250 or 60 kilos. But most of our 280 to 320 kilo heifers were making either side of $3, and probably more on the top side, more probably like 308 or 10 cents. So we've had a good day here, thanks to all our vendors, all the successful purchasers. Hope you do well, and this has been Andy Carter from Mudgee. Cheers.
Are you partnered with an RMA Network independent livestock and property agent?